The world is changing, way we learn is changing the way we think. Must change tuther was a time when people went to school to learn answer sto. Memorizito past testo follow step spot, that time is gonino. The world does not need people who can follow instructions, it needs people who can think wo, can create wo, can solve it because soon. The first thing anyone will do before they act is ask Athi, will ask Chachde, will ask the machine before they ask themselves eso. What does that mean? It means the world no longer belongs to those who can do the homework, belongs to those who can grade, ito, those who know what matters to, those who see beyond just the answer role of humans, is shifting from solving problems to deciding which problems are worth solving gun. That is why the most powerful skill now is not just knowing gut, is thinking your own way of thinking, your own way of seeing the world. Because when the world is flooded with answers, the rarest thing will be a new questionance. If you wanted to be great at something, you had to practice for horsever, and over you knew it by heart until. Nothing surprised you but now. Now, the machine can practice for you it, can memorize more than you ever could it, can calculate faster than any human mind, so what is left? What makes you different? Creative type perceptibility to think outside the lines, because the answers will always be there, but only you can decide what to ask. Think about a matchstick puzzle 6 matchstick show. Do you make for triangles? At first, your mind draws on what it knows flat, shapes do, dimensions do, try and try. But you can't make it work until you step back, until you let go of what you think you know, and then you see it not flat, not just Lanisa pyramida shape in spaceth. Answer was always there, just had to change the way you looked at ithis. Is the future not remembering answers but changing the way you see the problem? There was a time when tests were simply asked, did you listen? Did you practice? Can you repeat what you were told? But that time is fading now. The question is different. Can you think? Can you adapt? Can you solve a problem you've never seen before? Because the real test is not what's on the paper. The real test is life, and life does not give you a list of possible answers. There is a shift happening, a new way of learning, and not everyone sees it, yet some are still trying to hold on to the old ways to force the mind into repetition to prepare for every possible question in advance of it. That is not learning, that is training, and training is for Macken's learning, is for humanstru learning, is not knowing the answer before the question, is askatru learning, is being ready for the unwritten, for the unexpected, for the challenges no one has prepared for, and that is what the world needs now, not just people who can answer questions, but people who can create. New one imagine this: a child sits in a classroom, they are told, if you study hard, if you memorize enough, you will succeed. And for years, they follow every step, they prepare for every test, they do everything they are told. Then 10th world change accidentally. The test is not multiple choices, there is no answer, kiond. Everything they prepared for is no longer in a beckus. The world no longer rewards memorization, it rewards creativity, it rewards both. Rewards those who can face a question no one has answered before yond. Find a way through. Think of the greatest minds in historic ones, who changed the world. They follow instructions. Did they wait to be told what to do? Or did they ask questions no one had asked before? Did they see what others overlooked? Did they dare to challenge what was normal? Every great discovery, every great invention, every moment of transformation in human history came from someone who refused to accept things as they were, Simeon, who thought different, who saw beyond what was given, and that is what you must do now. That is what the world asks of you. So, what does this mean for you? It means that if you are only learning to pass tests, you are not learning at a lit. It means that if you are waiting for someone to give you the answers, you are already behind bess. The future does not belong to those who follow it, belongs to those who led wo, create wo, think in ways no machine can wo, see beyond the obvushu, ask the questions no one else is asking. This is the shift. This is the new world's age of memorization is over. The age of thinking has begun. So the next time you learn something, ask yourself, am I just repeating what I was told, or am I seeing something new? Because that will be the difference between those who are replaced and those who redefine the future. Difference between those who are trapped by old ideas and those who create something new. So go think not just the way you were taught, but In the way only you can, because that is where your true power lies. This is your timeier momentier chance to step into the unknown with coraggio. Think in ways no one has thought before. Edo, shape the future with your own mind. So, do not fear what you do not know. Embrace it, because the greatest discoveries, the greatest ideas, the greatest breakthroughs begin with a single, powerful thought. What if? And that thought, your thought, could change everything. The future belongs to thinkers. The world is moving fast. Technology is accelerating. Way we learn must evolve with it, because soon, knowing facts won't matter. Answers will always be at your fingertips. The machine can solve equations faster than any humana. Machine can read ya, machine can analyze ya, machine can predict. So what is left for you? What is the one thing a machine can never do? Think like you see the world, the way you create what only you can create. If this is your power, not in following what already exists, but in imagining what does not exist yet. Why? The old system no longer works. For years, the system trained people to be machinesto, memorizito, obedo, follow instructions without questions, without question. But now, machines do that job better. Where does that leave us? It leaves us with a choice: to cling to old ways or to step forward into something new. Because the world no longer belongs to those who repeat the past. It belongs to those who create the future. Fear of the unknown. Some people, the unknown, the fear that if the rules change, they will be left behind. But fear is an illusion. Fear is the mind resisting growth. And growth is what you were born for. Do not be afraid. Not hold on to the past. Embrace the unknown. Best, the greatest discoveries, the greatest breakthroughs, the greatest ideas are found in the places no one has explored yet. It is where your destiny lies, not in the footsteps of others, but in the new path you create. The difference between knowing and thinking. There was a time when knowledge was power, but today, knowledge is everywhere. It is instant. It is infinito. Power belongs to those who know how to use it, because knowing is not an ethereal question. Iskin, you think? Can you connect ideas in a new way? Can you see patterns no one else sees? Can you ask questions no one else is asking? Because the ones who can't, they will shape the future. Creativity is the new superpower. The new world will not be built by those who memorize formulas. It will be built by those who invent new ones. Be those who ask, what if we did it differently? By those who see beyond what is possible today, because that is what makes us humatic. Repetition, root and but creativity, ability to think beyond limits. Dream beyond reality, create something from nothing. That is the future, and that is what the world needs from your mind. Is the most powerful tool you haven't. Your memoria, not your ability to follow instructions. Your mind, your ability to think, to plano, question everything, to take an idea and transform it into something new. This is what separates you from the machine. Because a machine can generate answers, but you can generate meninga. Machine can process data, but you can create wisdom. A machine can predict, but you can dream. This is your poerdo, not waste it. People who will be left behind. It everyone will adapt. Some will resist. Some will cling to the old way. Some will say, this is how it's always been done. And those are the people who will be left behind. Best the world is moving forward with or without them. Ones who will thrive are not the ones who know the most. The are the ones who think the best. Ones who question. The ones who dare to be different. The ones who are not afraid to stand alone. It is the mindset that will shape the future. And the future belongs to those who embrace it. Time to think differently is now, not tomorrow. Note, someday. Now. Shift is already happening. The rules are already changing. And if you wait, it will be too late. Because the ones who think differently, Tadi, are the ones who will lead to Maruso. Start questioning, start creating, start thinking in ways you never have before. Because the world does not need another follower. It needs a leader. It needs a visionary. It needs youth. World is asking for more from you. It is no longer enough to be smarto, get good gradesto. Follow the system, because the system itself is breaking. Future belongs to those who can think beyond ito, those who can see past the obvious, those who are not waiting for permission to create something new. Because that is where power truly lives. Note, in the knowledge you memorize a bit, in the ideas you bring to life. And the world is waiting for your ideas. Your final reminders. Old world rewarded those who fit in. New world rewards those who stand out. Old world valued memorith, New world values, imaginationth, old world asked, what is the answer? The new world asks, what is the question? And now, you must dissidule, you follow. Or will you lead? Will you repeat? Or will you create? Will you stay in the past? Or will you step into the future? Because the choice is yourest world is wedding it. The future belongs to the thinker sto, the dreamer sto, the creator sto, the ones who dare to ask what if.